My dear sisters, just a few thoughts at random. During the season of Christmas, again and again we are reminded of the concern, care of the Lord for us. Jesus, you are born for me. That's what makes Christmas a very, very meaningful feast. For you, a child is born. Those of us who celebrate Christmas must make others happy by giving them the constant feeling that we are there for them, especially as the members of the same congregation. You should make other sisters feel that you are there for them, to comfort them, to console them, to encourage them, to motivate them, to give them good example. Sometimes we tend to be more and more God-oriented, forgetting the horizontal dimension. That's what in today's first reading we are told repeatedly. If you don't love your brothers and sisters, you are in darkness. You can't claim to know Jesus at all if you are not full of love for your sisters and brothers. Starting with the congregation. It's a special family of sisters. If you are hating any of the sisters of your congregation, then no meaning in celebrating Christmas, no meaning in participating in the Mass. Today we were told repeatedly by John the Apostle the close link between the love of God and love for one another. Some are very good spending time, hours in prayer. Lord, I want you. You are there for me. But it should go out. It should be manifested concretely by our love for our brothers and sisters. I always repeatedly say to the students and all, what is the authentic expressions of your prayer life? There will be a few consequences. First of all, you will have some interior peace. You will not be all the time distracted. That's one thing. Secondly, you will have enormous energy to work for the congregation. Enormous energy. You will become more and more compassionate. You will become more and more compassionate. You will become more and more humble. These, according to me, are authentic fruits and also expressions of prayer life. Some say they pray, but they don't respect others when they go out of the chapel. Some say they are contemplaholics. They contemplate so much, but then they don't become apostolaholics. No work, all the time being very, very lazy as possible. Mother Teresa got her enormous energy only from her prayer life. I am able to work hard because I love Jesus. I do it for Jesus. That's it. Compassionate, being humble, respecting others, making others feel that they are great. That should be there. The intimate link between our worship and our everyday life of fraternal charity. Coming to the Gospel, we are told repeatedly again that Mary and Joseph did everything according to the law. I like this passage. They were law-abiding citizens, at least twice in today's passage. I wanted to begin this morning, Ubi Sochata CBUs. Wherever there is a society, there is a law. You can't have a society without laws, because society consists of a number of individuals with rights and obligations. And everyone's right has to be respected, and everyone must be facilitated to fulfill their obligations. How Mary and Joseph are portrayed as law-abiding citizens. You have law of the church, law of the Augustinian congregation, how you have to behave. Everything according to the law, because law manifests the will of God for us so many times. Mary and Joseph. And then they were poor. The rich could offer lambs. Mary and Joseph could offer only turtle doves. A young woman can be made use of. A poor person can be made use of. Somebody from Nazareth can be made use of. That gives us also encouragement. In spite of the poverty, in spite of the notoriety of the village, in spite of the young age, God could make use of us. Again, if God could make use of Mary, if God could make use of Joseph for his purpose, God can also make use of us. Again, that old man Simeon, full of gratitude for God, for seeing the Messiah. Some of us are perpetual grumblers and constant complainers. We should get rid of the demon of grumbling, demon of remorse, demon of bitterness, and fill our hearts with the angel of gratitude. The Lord invites us by our worship, by our participation in this celebration. We need to become more and more according to His design for us. May this Eucharistic celebration give us the necessary grace. Amen.